G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. It's time for episode 4 of season 2 of The Bad Batch. It's called Faster. Now of course the first 2 episodes we had a bit of a setup with the Bad Batch crew and Omega, and of course in episode 3 we had a bit of a setup for Crosshair. I'm curious to see whether or not there's going to be some filler stuff in between here going into like the mid-season double episode, but in saying that, we'll see what this episode brings us. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. If you're new here, you get to see some of my reactions as I'm watching it. And then, of course, you get to see and hear my review at the very end. Let's get into this episode. I wonder, is there anyone new in this bar yet?
Got you this time.
Nah. It's always an empty bar. It's so funny that she complains about the electricity bill and there's never anyone in her actual bar. I'm just wondering whether or not it's good for them to be walking around in their clone armor just willy-nilly like this. It's Disney Star Wars, isn't it? Riot Racing. It's like pod racing mixed in with a bit of Mario Kart. I just want to point out really quickly, like if I go back here, like look at the amount of aliens in the crowd as opposed to the amount of aliens in the crowd in Andor. At least it's got that going for it. Like look at them all. I don't think there's actually too many humans there. Like, in fact, I think the only people that are human are the clones. There's this guy over here. He almost looks like a clone. Anyway. Oh, there's a human back there.
Then take a seat, spectacled spectator.
Spectacle spectator.
And I also like how in Disney Star Wars, the droids have such, like, out there personalities, or at least they're programmed to be like this. There's a protocol droid! A protocol droid is racing! Oh my god! And what's the bet? She doesn't have the credits to pay.
Wait.
Oh, of course it's gonna be Omega.
They're gonna hurt Sid if we do nothing.
So what? You're just gonna jump in and start racing?
Do we have a deal?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Omega wheeling and dealing.
I am ready to...
Where are my arms and legs?
Oh my god. A droid wouldn't be programmed to speak like that. Where are my arms and legs? Oh my god.
How you connect. How about a little less chatter? A little more spanner?
Oh, I don't know what's more annoying, this droid or fucking Omega. Those outcasts, so he speaks to them like he knows that they're outcasts of the Empire? No, they're gonna make Omega race it.
Sabatone.
Or is it gonna end up being Tech? Yeah, okay, Tech. Listen to that music. I wonder if this news is gonna make the HoloNet, and if they're gonna see a clone on the HoloNet screens. And if it gets to the Empire. Okay, well that was that, I guess. Well, it seems like definitely a filler episode. This episode, it's only got Tech and Wrecker in it, and Omega, of course. I don't know where the other two are. They were out on some mission. Well, not really a mission. They were just transporting something, it seemed, for Sid. And of course, Sid brings them to this planet where she's got a droid racing for her. It's a bit of a cross between pod racing and Mario Kart with a little bit of maybe Tron music. And that's pretty much it. I think they're just trying to show that Sid is a bit more of a ruthless underground sort of bounty hunter, organizer, a bit like what Jabba was like in regards to the fact that she's not to be trusted in a sense. And that's kind of like the entire message of this episode, that's what they're trying to actually push out there anyway. That's pretty much it. The droid gets destroyed. Tech has to race. In the first race with the droid, Sid makes a bet with her old friend or something, and she can't pay up, so the dude wants to take her away or basically get what he bet for, like his credits, and she can't supply, so Omega then jumps in. This is the bit that I can't believe, is Omega's the one that comes up essentially with a plan, and she makes another deal, double or nothing, and of course the droid gets destroyed again, and Tech needs to race and wins. And that's the episode. In the grand story of The Bad Batch, I guess it really is just a filler episode, But they are trying to show Sid as a person that maybe shouldn't be trusted, or they're probably the Bad Batch are putting their trust in her a little bit too much. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the episode. So far, this entire series has been quite boring, to be honest with you. And I really hate Omega, and I hate the whole idea of Omega, to be honest. And there was one other thing too, and that is the fact that the droid has been programmed to have such a unusual or a unique personality. Now, I don't have necessarily a problem with droids having unique personalities, but it's just the way that it comes across. It's almost like a droid trying to be very human and tries to use a certain type of humor, I guess. And it really just doesn't fit for a droid in my eyes. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week for episode 5. Later, guys.